Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, episodes 15 to 17. Anyway, shoot, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I finally got around to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I've only got 6 episodes left at the moment, so here's hoping I can finish it tomorrow, do some more Demon Lord retry, try and finish the Familiar of Zero as well. Here's hoping, because I am setting my alarm this time, guys. In fact, I will do it right now. Set my alarm for 6:30. See if it will focus. Come on. There we go. 6:30 a.m. There we go. Anyway, we get back to the whole thing involving Caesar, Joseph, and Speedwagon having to face off against these 3 warriors. And obviously Caesar is ticked off that his friend was killed and the person who did it just didn't have any remorse or any kind of empathy or anything. And Caesar tries to attack one of them, Wombo, I think that's what his name was, Wombo. Then there was AC/DC, and then there was the leader, I can't even remember his name. And he tried to use his hormone bubble attacks on him. The guy saw that it was hormone once he popped one of them, and used a wind current to pop them all. And we find out that wind current is still going, and thankfully, Caesar did get hit, but thankfully it did not take out his eyes. It only got his eyelid. And it turns out that these guys know what hormone is, and they have ways of dealing with it, essentially. Which is not good for them, because Caesar's the more experienced when it comes to using hormone, but Joseph is also a natural talent at using it. Quick question. Back when we did all the stuff with Jonathan Joestar, was Speedwagon trained in hormone? Because I remember a scene where he had to heat up, I think it was Zeppeli's arm that got frozen by Dio. And I was thinking, was he using hormone for that? Because there's no way a normal person could do that normally without some kind of hormone, usage. So was he trained a little bit in that? If so, let me know, please. Because like I said, I don't think that a person's natural body will be able to give off enough natural body heat by itself to unthaw a frozen arm. I only noticed that because I was watching Everything Great About the JoJo's Bizarre Adventures by Anime Wins, and I noticed that scene and I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Then again, this show doesn't really make any sense. Hang on. Anyway, quick note for those of you still on at this point. Since I will be finishing 2 shows tomorrow, Season 1 of Cells at Work and Battle Tendency for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I hope, I will be picking up 1 show. 1. Because I'm not picking up 1 for every single one that I finish, because then I will never get caught up. But this one, a couple of you have asked for, not Code Geass, because like I said, I want to get a few others done first before I pick that one up, because like I said, I've already seen part of it, and I want to give you guys as many blind reactions as I possibly can. And I kind of don't want to deal with Nina yet. Poor Table-kun. Those of you who've seen the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And those of you who've seen Anime America's Notice Me Senpai video, I think she's in there. No, I think she's in maybe that one and Top 10 Characters We Hate. Essentially, and she is in there, definitely. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I don't want to watch it just yet. Don't worry, I'll pick it up eventually, just not right now, okay? Anyway, let's see. It's not a season 2 of something, so your suspicions on that are put to rest. It is a new show that I have not seen, though there's a bunch of boys in it. That might give you a hint. Anyway, let's see, where was I at in the show? Caesar cannot really continue. It's not really good idea for Caesar to continue at this point, so Jojo steps in. Or Joseph steps in. I'm going to get myself confused if I keep saying Jojo, because I'm going to be thinking of the original Jojo, Jonathan. Also, why did he have to die? Why? That freaking sucks. I liked him. Anyway, let me see. At first, we think, oh, Joseph's not going to do very well because, in experience, Joseph is a lot weaker than Caesar because he doesn't have near as much experience dealing with Hormone as Caesar does. Joseph knows how to use Hormone, but isn't really good at controlling it. This is getting annoying. All I want to do is record a video. I am not starting over. I'm too far into this. I am 11 minutes into this. I am not restarting. Anyway, like I said, Joseph doesn't have as much experience using his hormone. He's only used it a few times. When it comes to, at first, he only used it by accident and didn't know what he was doing. But as he started using it more, he knew more about it. But like I said, Caesar's had more practice at it. He's better controlling it. He knows how to use it a lot better in more creative ways. But we found out that Joseph's got himself a little technique. Clacker balls, and he infuses his hormone with them as he swings them around. He ends up bonking himself on the head at one point because of it. But he sends an attack at him. The guy dodges. And he actually ends up injuring him. Don't you dare bother me. Oh, they better stop bothering me. This is the third interruption I've had in this video. Anyway, what was I saying? Dang it, I'm only in episode 1! This is ridiculous. But yeah, Joseph actually somehow made a clacker boomerang. Don't ask me how he did that. Cause, yeah, this show is nothing but nuts, so. Anyway, the guy cut his wrist and used that, apparently was planning on using that as a 1 minute time limit before the guy loses consciousness and possibly dies to have a chance of defeating him. He told him to go retrieve his weapon. Joseph said, why do I have to go retrieve a weapon when it's going to come right back to me? And I'm like, what? And it boomeranged right back to Joseph, but it ends up hitting the guy in the head as it comes. It goes like this. No, it goes like this, sorry. It goes like this and scars him with the hormone. And yeah, he tries to get him, but ultimately ends up getting hit with shoot, what was it? What was it called? Dust storm? Where he twirled his arms in different directions, one going clockwise. No, that's counterclockwise. Counterclockwise and then clockwise. Oh my god. I don't even think I could do that. I can't do that. I can't do it in two different directions. I can't make my arms do that. He does it really fast. Mary makes tornadoes that can rip through a stone pillar with ease. And Joseph finds this out the hard way because he hides behind the pillar. He gets injured, but not quite dead. And the funny thing is that he plays dead. As soon as the guy turns around, he's laying back on the floor or on the ground like he's dead. And when he turns back around, he starts trying to move towards a minecart. He finally gets to it, and the guy realizes what he's doing and goes after him, calling him a coward, thinking that he's trying to run away. Joseph gets it moving and reveals that no, he wasn't doing it because of that. He was trying to get him away from Speedwagon and Caesar, who were both injured and or unable to fight. And he tries to get him to... In the end, the thing crashes, and he tries to get the guy to fall for a bluff where if he had more training, he'd be able to fight him on a better level. So the guy ends up giving him 33 days, I think, to get his hormone up to a better level to fight him. And to ensure that he does this, I am so sick and tired of this, guys. 5 interruptions in this video. And I am at 18 minutes. That's not even taking out the that's not taking out the interruptions. Anyway, I haven't even gotten out of the first freaking episode yet. Anyway, to ensure that that he doesn't run away and break his promise, he takes a wedding ring of death, as he calls it, and stuffs it into his chest, attaches it to one of his veins in his heart, and reveals that if he does not show up and beat him and take the antidote within 33 days, it will dissolve and release a poison that'll kill him. They better not be coming to bug me. AC/DC jumps down, wondering what the heck is going on, because he gave the kid a 1 minute window to attack him. He tells AC/DC what's going on, and he decides at take this opportunity and put his own ring on his windpipe. On the inside, on his windpipe, which will do the same thing in 33 days, but the antidote is in his nose ring. The other one was in his, chin ring, I think? Chin ring, lip ring, something like that. And so, yeah, now he is bound to that promise. And Caesar plans to take him to see his hormone coach, called Lisa, in Venice, Italy, to help him train, because if he doesn't, he's screwed. They get there, and she's waiting for them, but they don't know it at the time because she's kind of in disguise, and attacks them. It shows that Joseph has learned how to be able to walk on water with his hormone, to a degree, and control it better, but yeah, he's got a lot to learn. So she takes them to her home, which is on an island, and throws them into, what was it called? The Tower of something, I don't even remember. And tells them that they don't climb up it, they will essentially starve to death, because she's not letting them out. And Caesar, it's essentially got an oil in there, and if it's so slippery and has no footholds or anything, that you have to climb with hormone on your fingertips to have any chance of gripping the thing as you climb up. You climb up as you go. Caesar realizes this and starts doing it. Joseph is already ticked off at this because, she could let them if she lets them starve down here, this isn't going to help. This is his first day, for crying out loud. She's going to put them through this that Caesar hasn't even gone through yet. Anyway, he thinks he's clever and tries to use it. He braids his shirt and makes it into a rope and tries to climb, how like Mulan does in the movie Mulan, where she tries to climb up the thing with the weights, using it like wrap them around themselves and use it to climb up that way. He tries that, and she breaks it, saying no cheating, essentially. You can only use hormone. So after 3 days, I think, he finally realizes what Caesar's doing and tries it himself. After, I think, I don't know how much longer they can go without food or water, but I think it said 6 days. They almost get close, and then Joseph sees an opening in the crack in the wall and thinks that, I can stick my fingers there for a second to give myself a better finger hold, because all he's been doing is using hormone to grip the thing. He doesn't have any kind of finger hold or anything to grip like on a mountain you would. As soon as he does it, he hits a switch, and this causes oil to come shooting out of the tower above them, and if they were to try and climb through it, it gets sliced in half. So they have to try and figure out what to do. Caesar manages to force his way through by using hormone through his fingers, through his hands to protect himself, and on his feet to grip the tower as he goes through. Joseph has nowhere near that control left to be able to do that. He uses the momentum from the oil to get as far out as he could before launching himself up over it to get to the tower. Thankfully, he was able to get high up enough to where Caesar could help him back up the rest of the way. Anyway, what else happened? They have a montage of training in Harmon for the rest of the time until there's 7 days left, I think. And then they have their final exam. Their final exam, where they each have to go against one of their teachers and, see if they can beat them. Joseph goes to face his teacher, and what does he find? His teacher dead, and AC/DC. So, yeah, Joseph's in trouble. Because he has no idea what this guy's capable of. And we also find out that that gem that they're looking for, they found a small version, but they're looking for the big one. She's got the big one. Anyway, Joseph was actually thinking logically and was like, why not destroy it? They're looking for it, destroy it, and they can't get it. But she said that in order to defeat them, that thing is needed, so they can't destroy it. I'm like, what's it needed for in order to be able to destroy them? Because we find out that their plan is to use that gem to make a better mask to where they be immortal to the sun. Or immune to the sun, I should say. Because that's their only true weakness at this point besides Harmon. And Harmon essentially is like the sun. Anyway. But yeah, Joseph ends up fighting him on a bit of spikes. And we find out that he ends up laying strings later to try and catch him. And he gets his arm and uses Harmon on it and cuts the arm off. From, I think, like here off. And what I was not expecting was for the guy to start throwing a temper tantrum like a little kid. The heck? Am I hearing a weather alert? It's not on my it's not on my phone. They're much louder. It sounds like it's on the TV. Anyway. Then the guy stops and starts working on taking out Joseph.
I gotta go move my car.
Always something, guys. If I could, I would have it so that you guys could not hear a thing except me. Nope. That's what happens when you live with people. It's gonna happen. I know nobody wants to be quiet. Everybody wants to chit-chat. Talk, 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 talk. Anyway, shoot, I just watched the episode today. Caesar wins his fight. Oh, here we go. Tornado warning, here we go. Huh, didn't know the weather was that bad outside. Let's see. Anyway, what else happened in this episode? He grabs Logs' body, cuts off the guy's arm, and then reattaches it to his own. So now he has both arms again. Which I think is like, really? You gonna desecrate a body? And he shows off that he could also boil his own blood, because when he did that, he inserted some of his blood into the body and boiled the poor guy's brain. And that's what he plans to do to Joseph. He's actually able to avoid this, but the bad thing is that this Joseph is known for reading people, where he ends up repeating what they're about to say and getting in their heads. This guy starts doing that to Joseph. where he starts doing the same thing to him, and I'm like, oh, the tables have turned, which is not a good thing. Because, I mean, we've already seen Jonathan die. We don't need to see Joseph die. Not anytime soon. Hold on, let me...
Be quiet. Be quiet.
Did you please shut my door? Thank you! Anyway, let's see. We find out that Joseph's got an even deeper plan than what AC/DC had foreseen. And it involves sleight of hand, and he was able to actually trap the guy in his hormone threads and essentially take him out from what I thought. And as Joseph starts walking back to go and meet up with Caesar and Lisa, we see something on his back. It looks like a freaking brain attached to him with tentacles, kind of like a... For you Yu Hakusho fans, where the Dark Tournament arc where they have to face Dr. Ichigaki's team, all those things on those guys' back, looks like that. But yeah, I was like, oh, please tell me someone's gonna see that and try and get it off him, please. Because it makes me think that that guy's not done yet. Or he's gonna try and regenerate. Too bad for you, little guy. If you try and stay attached to him, I think it's funny because all they have to do is wait until the sun rises and destroy it. Anyway, I will try and I'm gonna have to edit all this, guys. I'm sorry. So I am currently at 30 minutes in this video. I wonder how much is gonna be left when I take all that stuff out. Probably a lot still. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.